Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another experiment, and in this video I want to explore oxidizing titanium to get rainbow colors. I stumbled upon this technique online. I'm sure you also at some point came across one of these titanium bits. They are very popular with outdoor gear and I think they look very pretty. And by researching a bit online, I found out that this can actually be done at home very easily without any sort of dangerous chemicals. And I find it pretty interesting. So in this video, I'm gonna do this a bit, show you the whole process and what you need. So without further ado, let's get right in. So first of all, let's look at the ingredients that we need. Most importantly, you need a benchtop power supply. Batteries won't work here at all. Ideally with adjustable voltage. Mine goes up to 30 volts, which actually is a bit low for titanium and limits the amount of different colors that you can get. You can only get up to like a blue color. If you can get one, it should go at least to around 100 volts DC. That would be ideal for this. Then you need a container, any plastic thing will do. Some stainless steel as an electrode so it doesn't rust. Then you need water mixed with baking soda, and this actually serves two purposes. One, it makes the water more conductive, and second, it prevents it from attacking the oxide layer that will form on it. If this would be acidic, you could get it more conductive with acid, it would attack the oxide layer immediately and remove it. So that's it. And also like some sandpaper and maybe a pair of gloves. Now that we have everything together, we can start by removing the oxide layer on our titanium part. I'm gonna do this cup, this lid here for a titanium cup. And we need to remove the oxide layer either chemically or mechanically. Chemically would be with acid. And I'm actually gonna do this after we are done here, so I will remove the colored oxide layer from here, so we can actually see how long it should be put into acid to remove the oxide layer. I'm gonna do it with vinegar and mechanically, obviously sandpaper. I'm gonna use a very fine one here just to test it out. I just wanna show you that it can be done, and then we can go on to our knife parts for this. So now we have everything set up. I cleaned off my titanium part here, just on one side, so we can see how important it is to clean it thoroughly and remove all of the oxide layer, because maybe it is pretty easy. And I've set my power supply to the highest voltage it goes, 30 volts. The stainless steel electrode is connected to the negative terminal, and our part to the positive terminal. Just make sure that you don't touch the two electrodes, because there is quite a lot of current flowing. We can calculate it out later, but at 30 volts, if we have like 5-6 amps, that's over 150 watts. That's quite a lot of current. So let's dunk it. I'm gonna do the first dunk very quickly. I'm also putting on a leather glove in case this thing gets hot, because there is quite a lot of current. And then we'll see how it turns out. Now everything is set up here. I've connected my power supply. The stainless steel electrode goes to the negative terminal and our workpiece to the positive terminal. I've set it to the highest voltage it goes, 30 volts. Just make sure if you work with it that you don't touch positive and negative together, because there is quite a lot of current flowing. If we got 5-6 watts later, we're looking at over 150 watts of power that goes through it, and it's quite a lot. And this is also gonna boil and let off hydrogen vapor. So don't have any like open flame or don't smoke while you do this. It's probably not a very good idea. But let's connect our pieces and then dunk it in and see how we get a nice color. Now for our first dunk, I'm gonna go very quickly to see the different colors that come out. And we get our first color change. A slightly golden color, looks very nice. Let's leave it a bit longer. Now you can see hopefully it shifts more to like a violet color. I'm gonna take some shots of it outside. Now we're gonna get a bit of a violet. Let's see if I can do some steps. And if we leave it longer, it turns from a slight yellow up here up to a violet, and then it gets to a more bluish color on the bottom. I'm gonna leave it now for quite a long time to see what the end result color is. Okay, if you leave it for too long, you're gonna end up with pretty much gray, which would make sense because then the oxide layer is so thick that it doesn't refract the light properly. So I'm gonna turn this off, give you a better shot of it and explain what's actually going on here. Here is a close-up of a finished part, and I'm very happy with the results. This is super easy, there aren't any dangerous chemicals involved. It's even less dangerous than electroplating because it's just a very light alkaline solution with baking soda, and it gets you very nice colors, and this can be easily transferred to knife making. If you want to make like titanium spacers, for example, you could color them to match your setup, to match the handle material you're using. And you can just do this yourself. This color will stay forever because it's titanium, it won't oxidize even more. And now we get to the explanation what is actually happening here. So this is happening because of a phenomenon called thin film interference. This is when you have a very thin layer of a different material on top of another material, and then it refracts the light in a weird way to cause these colors. So that's why when we started off and we just put a very slight layer of oxide on it, it was yellow, and then the thicker the oxide layer got, it got more into blue, and if you would leave this for a very long time, it would at one point turn back to gray, because then there wouldn't be any thin film interference because it wouldn't pass through the very thin oxide layer. This also happens when you have like an oil spill or on a gas station. When you see a layer of gas on a puddle, then it does the same thing. Now let's test how hard it is to remove the oxide layer that we just put on. So this applies to the first cleaning step, so we save the hand sanding, and also maybe the colors you got during the oxidizing weren't as you expected and you want to try it all over again. So in here I just have normal 5% vinegar, the cheapest one you can get. I'm just gonna dunk this in here, and then I'm gonna watch it and see how long it takes for the oxide layer to disappear. So I'm now back after 30 to 40 minutes, and not really a whole lot was happening with the acid. I now switched to 20% vinegar essence to get it a bit stronger, but still after like half an hour, not a lot has happened. So a lot of people online are using hydrochloric acid for this, and I'm pretty sure this would work better because it's a much more aggressive acid. But first of all, I don't have any of this here, and second, I really want to use these cheaper, easier to get, less dangerous chemicals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this in here for a few days, and I'm gonna leave a pinned comment under the video if anything has happened or if we need to resort to more drastic measures to get the oxide layer off. So that was it for this little experiment. I have to say I enjoyed it a lot. It is so easy to do without any dangerous chemicals and gives you a lot of possibilities for knife making. If you make your knives yourself, you can use titanium spacers and color them yourself, or even you can even modify some folding knives. A lot of them use titanium bits for whatever, and you can just screw them off and color them however way you like. And it even stays on permanently and without any paint, without having to worry about it rubbing off, because it's, from what I've seen, very durable. And yeah, and that's why I really like this process. With the vinegar stuff, I'm gonna put a comment down below if it has worked. Otherwise, maybe we have to find some other chemicals. Maybe I can explore this in a different video. But For now, that was it for this video. I hope you liked it and you found it interesting. If you did, then consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel, and then I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.